Hi there, Serial Trader here. Do a quick check-in with the major U.S. indices before the market opens here on Thursday. Alright, so short term on our Elliott wave outlook here, looks like we're, again working another 5-wave sequence to potentially complete this wave 3 and, the overall count. We have our triangle ending here. We have 1 up, 2 down, and now we have a 1, 2, working a 3, and then we need a 4 or 5 of 3. So still appears to be some upside left here. But short term, this structure is looking, mature. And whenever this, current upwave completes, I would expect a reasonable pullback, but no signs that we're starting that just yet. So really short-term bullish here, but cautious that it could peak soon. Let's go to the candlestick chart now. So the SPX daily candlesticks. Yesterday we did a doji star. The day before that, we had kind of a gap up and then a rejection off the highs there. A long upper shadow, rejecting those higher prices. That doji star of yesterday was unable to break those higher prices, and again, just had a very indecisive day. We're in the overbought condition again on our oscillator, and we're well above the T line and kind of sitting on the 3T line here. So I would say, this could just be a pause in this little uptrend, and then we go higher, possibly today. But I'm quite cautious we can at least come back, touch the T line, or maybe come back and touch the 20-day simple moving average, something like that. So don't push your luck here with the bullish trades if you're trading really short-term stuff here. But you got to respect this uptrend until it gives you a reason not to. But just time to be cautious here, that's all. Okay, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Let's have a look at that. So somewhat similar picture. Yesterday we had this somewhat down day, but fairly indecisive, still on the 3T line, well above the T line. We have reasonably long upper shadow on the day before that, kind of rejecting these higher prices, at least short term. The Dow is in the overbought condition and actually kind of a bearish divergence, so the oscillators made a lower high here while still in the overbought condition, and prices have made a higher high. So the Dow looking like it might experience some short-term weakness soon. So we'll keep an eye on that. And the NASDAQ composite. So interesting picture in the NASDAQ. Similar implications. So the NASDAQ still has not actually exceeded its peak here. So the all-time high was over here at 79.33.31. Still looking fairly healthy. We had this nice support here on the bottom of the channel, as well as the 50-day moving average. We're well above the T line and the 3T line, but we've had a couple of doji days in a row now, just a pause. The best case scenario for the bulls is that this is just a pause in the trend, and then we're going to resume. Or it could be signs of exhaustion, at least short term. We're going to roll over and have a more complex short-term correction here. Indicator isn't quite overbought, or sorry, the oscillator isn't quite overbought yet, but it's getting there. So keep your eye on the NASDAQ. If it just fails to take out this high and starts pulling back, there could be more weakness here to come. Okay, and this brings us to VIX. Now, if you're ever looking for a decent time to hedge, your long positions or your long trades with some long VIX. In my case, long VIX calls is my favorite. Now's not a bad time to do it. So VIX is in the lowest range it's been in, I think, for the entire year of 2018. If we go over here, let's have a look. Well, maybe very early on in 2018, VIX was a little lower than this, but basically for most of the entire year, certainly since we had our explosion there in February, this is the lowest we've been. So not a bad time if you have lots of long exposure to take a modest-sized long VIX call position to hedge it, because the chances that VIX will at least move, within the higher end of this small range it's been in, pretty reasonable here. But also, that being said, the fact that VIX is so low is quite a bullish state to be in for further equity strength. As long as VIX is in kind of a downtrending to non-trending environment here, that coincides well with an uptrending environment for equities. All right, should be good for now, and maybe we'll check in tomorrow after the close or on the weekend sometime. All right, Serial Trader signing off.